Alright, so we're about to go ahead and take this big guy on the road. And let me tell you guys, this is a massive vehicle. If you guys have ever driven a Suburban, Tahoe, Escalade, Yukon XL, you guys know very large vehicles. In fact, some of the largest for sale in the United States, which is really saying something. And I'm surprised at just how well this all-new Escalade handles. Again, thanks to the air suspension, electronic dampening system, independent rear suspension. I mean, it does not feel like you have as much behind you as you truly do. It's something that you could definitely feel before on the previous generation, Yukon and Suburban and even Escalade. This all-new model really steps it up in terms of handling and performance. Now, all that being said, again, right here we have the 6.2 liter V8, tried and true engine. Obviously, it's naturally aspirated, so there's no turbocharging or supercharging. But it can still get out of its way real fast. In fact, with the all-new 10-speed automatic transmission, it makes a big difference when it comes to acceleration and highway driving, passing, etc. Because it has so many more gear ratios that it can choose from to optimize for efficiency and performance. We're looking at a 0 to 60 time of around 5.8 seconds in this car, which is absolutely insane for such a tremendously large and heavy vehicle. Now, fuel economy isn't the best. We're looking at, I've been averaging 14 mpg in the city and some mixed highway city driving, probably 60-40. I was just on a slight road trip up to northern Michigan with the Escalade. On my entire trip up there, I averaged about 15 mpg on the highway at about 75 miles per hour. So, obviously you're going to be taking a hit, but there is good news for you guys, and that is the introduction of the inline 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel engine, which boasts some very impressive torque numbers. They're at a very low RPM thanks to the turbocharging technology, and you're probably going to be looking at the very easily mid-20s on the highway instead of 16. So we're looking at almost doubling the fuel economy numbers in the Escalade with the diesel engine. Now, it doesn't offer a ton of horsepower. This is probably still going to be the faster version, the 6.2 liter V8, naturally aspirated gas engine. But again, how many times are you doing 0 to 60 runs in the Escalade? Pretty much never. And with all that torque, I mean, I believe it's 460 foot-pounds of torque at 1,500 RPMs. I don't think you're going to have much of a problem, with any type of driving scenario that you'll encounter. So I'll be very interested to get into the diesel engine. As it comes out, we'll be telling you guys about it in the Suburban, in the Escalade. So that's definitely some big news there as well. Now, as far as using all the technology that we now have at our disposal here in the 2021 Cadillac Escalade, it's really very simple to use, thanks in part to this nifty little side display here. But as a side note, the OLED screens in this car are absolutely phenomenal. They really make everything feel like it's coming alive at you. It's so crisp and clean. The design, the look, they just did an excellent job really taking Cadillac to that next level in terms of technology and infotainment. Completely new design, very easy to use. Navigation is very clean, looks phenomenal. I mean, you really just couldn't ask for anything more. It's very, again, such a clean look, and we have two different ways to utilize it here, depending on, if we're sitting still in a parking lot, we want to use the touch screen capabilities, or if we want to use the dial functionalities. Very nice and easy to use. So again, over here, we have the simple gauge display as I showed you before. We have it's reconfigurable. Right now I like the tire pressure and music over there. If we're, wanting to do some navigation, we can do that as well. Entire screen here of nav. Now, I will say one downside is that you can't, at least I couldn't figure out a way to zoom out. There seems to be no way to zoom out. It's all automatic on here. Even if you zoom out over here with this nav, you know, sometimes I was thinking they might correlate with each other. Can't do it. It is like a fixed position depending on your speed and where you're going. The AR camera is a cool thing. I really like this view for doing navigation. I like to have the map up over here, and then we can have augmented reality over here. Let me show you guys. I'll just head over to a recent destination of mine, and we'll go ahead and show that to you guys so you can get an idea. Whoops, my bad. How it looks. And once again, with this dial here, it's really very easy to use it while you're driving, which is great. They could increase the response time a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit slow to respond to inputs, but you know, it's definitely a great start. So here we go. As you can see, we've now started the navigation in this, and it's showing here what lane we're in with this needle right there, and then it's showing when we're going to get there, and then our upcoming turns and when they're going to be coming up. So we'll go ahead, we'll drive up the road about a mile here, and we'll show you guys some of that augmented reality that will definitely help you out when you're driving in a big city or something like that. Now again, we also have the night vision. It's too bright out to see that right now, but that's right there as well. Very helpful when you're driving in a city with lots of people in the dark, or out on some country roads, you know, for deer or large animals that obviously you wouldn't want to have a collision with in your brand new $115,000 Cadillac Escalade. The steering response is very good, very on point. Throttle response is excellent. The 10-speed is very good. You know, from a driving perspective, for such a large animal of a vehicle, they hit it out of the park. Incredibly smooth with the air suspension, very quiet, very little body roll. Again, thanks to, you know, in part to the independent rear suspension and electronic dampening system. Really can't you know, speak to that enough of how great that is. Now, as you can see here, it's indicating that I'm going to be in about 0.3 miles. I'm going to be going ahead and making a right-hand turn. As you can see here, it's showing all the different lanes here on the road. We have, you know, it's a large road here, so we have those three right there. They're over there, and then it's showing that we want to be in this one. We're in the correct lane. We're in the lane all the way to the right, and we're going ahead and making a right-hand turn. You can also see the lane assist there as well, and then on the map and navigation, you also get that. But where the AR comes into play here is in a moment. We're going to be getting some arrows as we're driving, and it's going to be pointing us in the right direction. Now this is, again, it's going to be very helpful for people driving in a city where there are lots of roads connecting roads, or, you know, say you're heading into Manhattan from up north or something like that. You need to get around. There's a lot of interchanges. This is going to really be very helpful and cause you guys much less stress and anxiety while driving. So we're about to take this turn here, and it's going to go ahead. See, there are arrows. It's saying, hey, here you are. Right here is where we're going. So that's pretty cool, and a nice function to have. Mercedes-Benz is doing that, and now Cadillac is doing that. We don't have Super Cruise in here just yet. That will be coming out soon, probably sometime in the spring, for fully automated highway driving. Just keep your eyes on the road. It handles the steering as well as the gas and brake, much like Tesla's autopilot. It's available on hundreds of thousands of miles of public roads and highways. It's specifically for highways, so that's a great technical feature that no competitors are currently offering. So as far as driving dynamics, they really did a phenomenal job. It's a great packaging on the all-new Escalade. Obviously, you pay premium for all of this. This top-end Platinum Sport model is coming in at $115,000 with the night vision option, some premium wheel options and things like that. But, you know, all said and done, it's a phenomenal vehicle, and I'm sure it will be a very successful Escalade 5th generation for the Cadillac brand. Well, guys, I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed my review here, an overview of the 2021 Cadillac Escalade. Again, please subscribe, like the video, If you guys have any questions whatsoever about the Escalade or other vehicles in this segment, please feel free to drop comments in the comment section below. If there's something I didn't show you, you want to see, you want to know about, again, please feel free to reach out. I'm always here for everybody, so thanks again for watching.